All right, hello everybody out there. Big O. Just wanted to give you an update on my kayak rig. If you follow me, you've seen the video I posted about how I set up my fishing kayak for my adventures out there. So I made an update that makes it a little bit better for me, and I wanted to share it with you. So as you can see here, my kayak is a tandem kayak because I have small children. One in particular, 8 years old. The other one's 2. So the 8-year-old, I go out with him on the kayak every once in a while. So I bought a tandem so we can go together. This can very easily be modified for one person, and I'm going to show you the updates that I've made. The major change I did was I got myself a crate from Walmart instead of using the buckets. So I'm going to show you now how I set up my 2-person kayak for fishing for one. Okay, so the first thing I do is I obviously put down the front backrest. Okay, and then I set up the seat, which I have here, and the little nook that is designed for the seat. I'm going to leave the other backrest up because I use that to secure my crate to the kayak. Go ahead and attach this. Once I get this in place, my seat is good to go. Next thing I do is I get my personal flotation device, required. Put it in the back over here. Tuck it nice. And then I get my entire crate with the bucket and everything as it comes, just like this. And I lay it up right here. Okay? And in this crate, I have bungees that are already pre-measured to it. And what I go ahead and do is I run the bungees through the backrest of the seat, unhook it, the backrest, and then replace it with the bungee on both sides. Now I have it secured to the rear. This bungee I have in the front goes right to where the seat's hooked up on both sides. Okay. And now it's secured to the craft. Okay, for the fishing that I do, this is not going to come out. It's pretty secure. So now what I do is I take, everything is in my bucket. I take my rod holders. This one goes in the back. This one I put in the front. And I put this one in the front. It's kind of far away from me. But the way that I use that rod holder is that as I'm fishing, and I need to move from place to place, I'll go ahead and stick my rod in this rod holder. And I can paddle while I'm adjusting my position. Another thing that I take is my do-it-yourself stakeout pole that I made using PVC and JB Weld. Goes into my do-it-yourself holder. I also have my live bait container with baby bubbles with a zip tie to the back, so I can transport shrimp, chubs, whatever the bait of the day might be. Can go right here when I'm getting out to the spot. And once I get there, I simply take these homemade leashes that I made, put it to my skin, and let this hang in the water. Take the baby bubbles out. Okay. And then I also have here my anchor that is already pre-measured with 20 feet of line that I attach to my anchor trolley. And I really just rest that right behind my seat as I move around. And then the crate, as you can see, is reinforced with wood because I actually use it to lean back. And I have this piece of foam noodle that I put right here, just so that when I sit and lean back, I'll have a little bit of a cushion. And then of course, the most important thing, your propulsion, the paddle. Okay. And then this has its own home on the other side, where I got my paddle boat. So as you can see, in the time it took me to film this, I have my kayak ready to go. Ready to go in the water for a day of fishing. One other thing I take is some water that I just simply lay in the front of my yak. And as you can see, very simply, I'm ready to go in the water. Inside of my bucket, I have the essentials where I can pack a lunch, I have my tackle, my lures, along with any live bait that I might be using, and then some sun protection, my pliers, etc. Everything is nice and organized, everything in its spot, great for a day of fishing. So if you have a tandem kayak, this is how you can very easily set it up to make it a single person fishing machine. Thank you, and I'll catch you next time.